Hello everybody, how is it going? So, just before we get into the games, I forgot to put this list at the end of my last video, so that is my fault. But here is the list I was playing for the OP05 games. Honestly, nothing too crazy. Again, it's always looks pretty similar. I cut out the Film Brooks, cut out the starter deck Zoros. Mainly just because when Whitebeard isn't around, I feel like you can get away with just playing all Rush Zoros, because, I mean, the card, I'm not saying it's definitively better than starter deck Zoro, but it's kind of better at more points in the game than starter deck Zoro, so that's why I'd rather just play for that if I can. Besides that, I am playing 2 Rush Luffy, which I guess is, again, a little bit different, but the deck just kind of has, I guess, more defensive cards, more 2Ks than the other list. We're still playing 1 Rad Beam, 1 Guard Point. Yeah, I mean, the list isn't anything crazy, but if anyone was looking for it, here it is, and let's hop into the games. Alright, so, whole bunch of games versus Enel. If you're wondering how this matchup goes, or I guess how I was playing it, here you go. We have a pretty solid start, I'd say. Don't have a Bonnie or a blocker law. Psych, we have a blocker law now. Okay, we're looking pretty good. One thing I learned pretty fast about this matchup is that Gedatsu is really solid on his his third turn, because it's like awkward here, because I was like, I can play Sanji and put myself at 2 life, but then I wanted to not let my Zoro get popped, but it's like no matter what I do, like Gedatsu will pop something. To be fair, I could just not play the Zoro and play the blocker and a Sanji, and I think that is what I end up doing. But normally I'd love to just hard play down that Zoro and just be chill with it. But instead I do this play, which again it's fine. It's I'm still making the board, but I always love, especially looking at my hand, I have 2 Zoros down, so I'd love to get one of them down early so I can get a much wider board very quick. But just giving him a free pop on the Gedatsu just sounds bad, because obviously he would have just not attacked first, played Gedatsu, pop Zoro, then attacked. So yeah, I also take those 2 life very quickly. That's kind of just how I play against yellow, but to be fair, maybe against Enel I shouldn't be doing this, and I should maybe defend at least a little bit. But as a almost muscle memory from playing against Katakuri, I'm like, they're giving me life, I'm gonna take that. So yeah, we do pretty easily clear his the 2K counter trigger. I forget his name, he looks like a bubble. We're gonna play down the Zoro, and we're still gonna kind of accomplish what I wanted to do by playing it last turn, but we're a little bit more vulnerable to something like a Thunderbolt. But yeah, I mean, even if we get Thunderbolted, at least we'll still have 2 Zoros on the board. But he gets 1 trigger, being a Brûlée, defends the other, and then takes that one and gets a Searcher trigger, so we didn't get punished for it. We can be thankful for that. I don't know how common it is for Enel playing Thunderbolt, but I'm pretty sure he is playing Thunderbolt, so I imagine, at least for this matchup, you'd want to play it, so probably Enel will be playing it once we get there. He's just going to swing 5 at my Zoro. I'm just going to take the free block, assuming he's going to play 7-drop Mom here, because then I won't only have to defend, just a 2K. But he doesn't do that, so we're going to have to defend our law, which, yeah, punished, but it's all good. I played on another Gedatsu, kill my Nami. That's cool. I'm happy it's not popping my Zoros. And when Enel's at 1 life, yeah, I feel like taking just these little attacks is kind of fine. It's that, or you just fight for board. So I think I'm just gonna go wide into his life and just try to get a bunch of cards out of him. He will take one of the 5Ks. Let's go. He'll instantly get a trigger. Alright, so he's very low in hand size now, which is kind of scary. But he does have a blocker, and I don't have an answer to the blocker, so he probably won't die. We can just take the guaranteed, put him at 0, which we'll probably take, because, why not? I can go 7 here with Law, and it's a little bit scary to do that, because again, if I get hit with trigger, I'm sad. But the 7 would be a guaranteed putting him at no life. We could just go 6 and just put him down to 0 cards, or 1 next turn. And then he's kind of forced to try to go for game. So I'll see what I end up doing. We're definitely swinging with Law no matter what. It's just a matter of, do I want to commit that Dawn? And I am. I said, you know, I haven't been thunderbolted yet. Surely it won't happen now. And thankfully it doesn't, but that's something to keep in mind, that that definitely could have happened, and I would have not been in a good spot. But we're pretty walled up now. Still have a life. I'm thinking of attacking again. I don't. To be fair, like I could have just won there, but if he had a 2k, 1k, I'm in a much worse spot. I'm dealing with 4 attacks this turn. So, yeah, I'm okay with not taking that swing. He's just going to go 7 at my life. Defending shouldn't be too hard. Again, we have 2 blockers. We're just going to take that life. Also, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit off. I'm still kind of sick. But that's alright. We're still here. I'll go 7 again. We still have both of our blockers. Still have a bunch of counter in hand. We'll probably just defend as much as we can from hand and then use our blockers later on. Ideally, we'd want to, like, keep the law, but I don't know if we'll be able to. Okay, he plays 7-drop Enel and then just scoops. Yeah, we were living that turn. But running it back, he chose to go second. This hand, yeah, it's good because we have the Dodon, but outside of that, it's like meh. I don't want to play my Bonnie because I know it'll just die to the Gadatsu. I'm just going to swing 5, he'll take. Again, Enel's just kind of, I feel like they should just take their first 3 life because it's almost just free cards for them. We'll pick up a Chopper off the Dodon and just play the Chopper. And play down I'll play down Ohm into Holy. Finding the Holy from the top 5, that's always got to be a good feeling. And this turn is a little bit awkward. We really don't have a good way of establishing our board. Yeah, no matter what we do, I don't think we get to leader effect. So, that is kind of suck. Maybe we'll just hard play the Luffy and just accept we have to do it next turn. We probably will get Gadatsu next turn, but it's just going to kill like a Dodon or a Chopper. Probably the Chopper. And we'll hopefully get to see some more lives, which will let us actually build our board next turn. So let's, we'll see what happens. We're assuming Gadatsu. Okay, we're taking a 5 already. We'll definitely take it. I'll drop down to 1 if I have to. Find a restand law. Not really going to help in filling up the board, but whatever. Probably take this. No, we'll counter. And then we'll just probably eat the last hit. Honestly. Yeah, okay, we find a Nami. That's good. Okay, we don't get Gadatsu. That's pretty solid for us, I'm not gonna lie. He does have the the second dog though. Come on home. But should be pretty easy to fight back for board. I should have -2 to the Ohm because he wasn't at 6k yet, so that was definitely a misplay. That's my bad. But he defends it, which I'll take that. That's cool with me. We'll go 5 at the dog again. Should let it go. Probably just play the Nami or the Bonnie. Alright. Looking for a blocker law. We don't find it though, but we found another Bonnie, so we don't really get punished for leaving her on board. If anything, she'll just be a blocker. And that's cool. We're gonna go 8 at the Ohm. I'll let it go. Don't have to worry about saving it on there because his only 1 cost event is like El Thor, and it's definitely not going to kill any of my board. And then we'll just go 8 at his lead because, I mean, why not? I'm kind of cool with him challenging my board instead of hitting my life. But we'll see how it goes. I assume the dog is probably clearing like the Bonnie or his leader clears the Bonnie, and then the dog clears the Dodon. And yeah, we're just gonna have to let it go. But we have Chopper, Nami, and Bonnie to kind of rebuild our board, so it's not the worst. We are definitely gonna have to defend that. And he'll tap 2, play a Searcher, finds a 2k counter, and passes still with 1 up. Find another Dodon, so that'll be solid. We can't complain. We're still gonna be looking for a blocker law. We just can't seem to find one though. A bit unfortunate. We do still have the Chopper though as defense. I mean, our board is like pretty strong, honestly. Having the 2 6Ks, we're gonna try to just fight back for, his board. We'll probably end up playing the Zoro, so it'll just be another 5k, and that's pretty good. We're gonna Otama, probably the Ohm. Yeah, because we have two 6Ks, so we should be able to out that pretty easily. Yep. We'll just go 6 at the dog. I'll let it go. Alright, cool. Probably play the Zoro. And we'll see. Probably just gonna go 5 at his life, and then like restand the Luffy or something. And then play the Chopper. Having to sack off the Bonnie does kind of suck though, but I think we might need to. Yeah, we're going to. It feels a little bit bad, but I mean, we could just randomly die, and I'd rather that didn't happen, so we are going to sack off the Bonnie. Our board is really strong, so it's like if he just commits into going life this turn, we should be okay. But he does have the 9-drop Yamato, which is very bad for us. He's going to go 5 at the Zoro. I feel like we kind of have to defend these hits. We'll drop the Dawn, hopefully just saving a Nami for reestablishing the board, maybe finding another Chopper, finding a Radical Beam. We're going to take the last life, and it's a Blocker Law, which does help a ton actually, because we didn't have a green target to bounce into for our leader. So we're going to play the Otama, -2 to the Kadatsu, attack it for 5. He's very low, so if he wants to kind of give me his whole hand to try to keep this Kadatsu, that's fine. We will have a second swing with the Zoro, so we have, 5? So we have 6 swings total this turn. So we should be outing this Kadatsu quite easily. Yeah, he just lets it go. And all these swings kind of feel bad, honestly, just going into his life, but we kind of have to. We'll go 7. He'll take. Probably a trigger if he's thinking about it. Yep, gets the Bubble Man. We'll go 7 again. He'll block it. We'll go 7 again. He will still have his leader effect, so he's still going to be at 1. And he L-Thors out of that. Alright. So we'll go 7 again. Just trying to put him on 0 just because we can't kill him. If only. Yep. Maybe could have ignored the Kadatsu and just said, you know, like YOLO and just go for game. Might have been a better play. I'm really not too sure. We're just going to go 6 with the Zoro. If he has a 2K, he has a 2K. Okay, so we get him to 0, finally. Doesn't get a trigger, thankfully. And we have to sack off the Zoro for the Chopper. It's probably still game. He's just a little bit too wide, and I don't have enough cards in hand to really efficiently defend this. We do have double 2K and a 1K, but he's going to go 9. Probably have to take that block. Yeah, we'll block with the Chopper. Still has 3 swings basically. We have 3 cards. We do have a blocker, but he goes 9. We I don't know, if we block this, we can't get out of 11. If we counter out of it, he's just gonna go 5 and then whatever on his leader, 5/5, doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, we can counter out and like hope he misplays somehow and forgets that he can swing with the whatever it's called, the Shura, but he doesn't. So well played. We will rematch once again. I will say I think Enel definitely does better into Law than like Katakuri does, just because of the random fact when he just can't die sometimes. So yeah. Also just having the little removal and like Gedatsu and Yamato, all that stuff is pretty solid into Law. We start off this game by bottom decking 2 blocker laws, which yeah, it feels pretty bad, but it's alright. There's still 2 more to find, and eventually we will get back to those 2 laws, so it's okay. He plays a Shura, gets a Gedatsu. Yep, good card. So we're just probably not going to play the Zoro this turn. We're probably just going to play a whole bunch of 1-drops. We bottom deck another blocker law. Okay. Not good. We'll play Chopper. We'll play the starter Nami, and we'll pass. So Gedatsu doesn't really hurt us right now, so that's kind of fine. He'll just KO a Chopper, attack me for 5. We'll eat that, find a Sanji, and we are now using leader effect. Playing the Bonnie is like, I think I have to. We find a Luffy, which is nice. Just being able to at least still take back the Bonnie. We'll use our starter deck Nami effect. Swing for 5 with the Don. He will counter. We'll go 5 again. He'll counter again. Alright, that's cool. We'll bounce the Bonnie, play the Luffy, and do we attack? Yeah, we're gonna attack. We'll go 6. He has like 2 swings. Oh, now he has 3 swings if he wants to swing with Sanji, but sorry, we got like 3 cards out of his hand basically. He did play, the Sanji for quote unquote free, but it's alright. His hand isn't huge or anything. Clears my Dawn pretty easily. Goes 2 on Gidatsu. Attacks Luffy for 8. We're just gonna take the block. And like if he wants to commit a ton into killing the Luffy, that's fine. We'll take that hit and he'll play another Sanji. So we have 2 Bonnies, so we are eventually gonna get back to those laws. We're gonna be 5 searches away after this Bonnie, and then 4 after the next. There is still 1 kind of scattered in the deck, so playing another one isn't like the worst. We're gonna -2 to the Gidatsu, give Nami a Dawn with the starter deck Nami, attack it for 4. Half expected him to just take the free block here, but he didn't, so thankful for that, I guess. He'll counter for 2. We'll go 5 into the Gidatsu. He'll counter for 2 again. We'll go 6 at the Gidatsu. He'll block. We'll use leader. Take back Otama. Restand the Luffy. We could go 8 here if we really want to just get rid of the Gidatsu. And that is what we do. Don't really have anything else to do this turn. So yeah, he lets it go. And we don't have a blocker, but I mean we have a ton of cards in hand. We should be pretty safe this turn. He could potentially have like a 9-drop, which would be able... I mean, it'd kill one of my 1-drops, that's fine with me. He doesn't even get to heal. So I think, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. He's going to clear both my tapped 1-drops, plays the Yamato, gets rid of the other one, and we are left with the Luffy and a Law, but it's fine. We're pretty close to that blocker Law. Just a couple more. We do find another restand Law. At this point, we can almost assume that Law might be in our life if we haven't seen it so far. We can just go 5 at life. He's gonna take. Gets a Shirahoshi trigger. It's pretty good. Help him sculpt his hand a little bit. Get some more counter power if he needs it. We'll go... He has a blocker, so like we can like maybe kill him, but like also maybe not. We'll go 1 on Law. Attack for 7. He'll take that. Use his leader. Trashes the Thunderbolt. We'll play Zoro, attack for 5. He will probably counter if he has it. Yep, takes the 1k. We'll play Brook, give 2 Dawn to Luffy, attack for 8. He'll take, and we'll leader effect, take back Brook, restand the Luffy, attack for 8 again. If he has it, he doesn't have it, but I think we were still pretty okay if he didn't have it. Still had a ton of cards, still had 1 life. This hand, again, I see a Dawn, so I opt to take it. Just because the Dawn, again, usually sets up our next turn by finding like a Nami or something like that. But we only find a Chopper, and we bottom deck a Law. Unfortunate. What are you going to do? We get another Chopper out of life. He plays a dog and passes. We are not looking too good, I'm going to be real. Only seeing red cards, and not many even of the Searcher red cards. It's not a good look, quite honestly. I can, like this turn, play just a whole bunch of 1-drops and 2-drops, and just pray that my next life or my next draw is either a Bonnie or one of my Laws. But we'll probably get, Gidatsu probably gets rid of one of my Choppers, I would imagine. Nope, gets rid of the Brook. Alright, and just passes, opting not to swing at me. which kind of sucks, especially if that next card was a green card. So this turn we kind of don't have anything to do efficient. We can play Sanji and just check what the next life was, and it wasn't a green card, so it didn't super matter. So yeah, now we're just resorting to like making suboptimal plays, because I mean, what else can we really do? We can like just try to swing with what's on board. We'll just go 5. He'll take it. Yeah, I mean, we can play the Zoro and just like pass. Yeah, alright. Again, hoping, and just kind of forcing him to swing into my life if he wants to swing, to hopefully find, you know, something good out of life. But I mean, we'll see. It does suck when this happens as law, but it, you know, it rarely happens, and when it does, it's like, alright man, what are you gonna do? He'll go 6, we'll take. He'll go 7, we'll take. And he just passes. Yeah, I mean, not much to do. I don't really know what I should have done in this scenario, honestly. I guess just try to rush him down. It just doesn't work without our green cards. We have a ton of counter, though. That's cool. We'll probably just kind of keep taking back Otama and using it to fight for board. Still not going to swing with the law. Or not the law, sorry, the Zoro. Just forcing him to go into life. To be fair, I have no life, so I mean, what am I to do, honestly? We'll block the 7k with Chopper. He'll swing 5 at Dawn, we'll just let her go. He has how much Dawn to work with? Should have 8 Dawn left, so could have like a Katakuri. Put Zoro in my life if he wants to. But no, just swings 9 with leader. We can counter it, but I mean, I guess we'll just take the block. That is his last swing for the turn. And he could play like a Sanji here, probably. It's usually what 4 Dawn means against Enel. Yep, there's a Sanji. We'll pick up a Nami for turn. I mean, it's not really gonna help. We'll find another Zoro, which I guess is cool. But yeah, we'll resort back to the Otama game plan. We'll -2 to the what's his name? Gedatsu. Go 6 at it. He lets it go very easily. That's cool. We can Otama again. Beat up the dog. We don't have a little blocker though, so we're not gonna really be able to easily live. We'll play the Dawn in hopes that we kind of find one, I think. But no choppers. We find a beam, which is pretty good. You know, that should be able to keep us alive. And right here, I think I'm just deciding whether I should like just take back the Otama and then just like swing set like 6 at the dog, or if I should just play Zoro, attack 5 for the dog, attack 5 with my leader, and just pass with 1 up. Or we can swing 8. I mean, there's a couple choices here. I don't really know which one's the best. I can hold the Zoro in the back pocket, I guess. Oh, I'm swinging 7? I think I actually just forgot I had the Radical Beam. But, I don't know. This game has been rough regardless. He'll counter out of that. And he's on 10 Dawn. He has 3 swings. We have so much counter that we might just be able to live. He goes 15. We have a lot of 2Ks. So we get out of that pretty easily. He'll go 5 at us. Yeah, we lived this turn, I guess. But, I mean, I can't really punish him for doing a play like that, because he just always is at 2 life. He'll go 6. He'll counter. Yeah, I mean, we live. We find a veggie for turn. Not helping. He says, whoops. Yeah, I think he's just saying he should have went 15. And agreed, he should have. I don't think I live if he goes 15, because I'll be 1 counter off. And in that scenario, I would have, what's it called? Yeah, I would have been punished for not leaving the 1 up for the Radical Beam. But we just go 6. He gets out of it. No, I'm just, I'm complaining about not seeing green cards. Very sad. Well, I mean, we'll try to swing wide with our little guys. We'll be pseudo Zoro, I guess. He'll take one of the 5s. And maybe he just has no counter. Maybe. We'll go 5 with the Dawn. He'll counter for 1. We'll go 5 with Nami. And then just 5 with my leader. Yeah, he takes that. Man, he must just have no counter, right? Surely. Obviously, he gets out of it. Yeah, we lose that. That was a rough game. And I think this is the last game of the little session that I played with him. It says GG. Of course, GG. Said one more. Yep. I'm like, that's cool. Our hand is looking okay. Again, we can always kind of help it off of life. We do have the Bonnie, which is nice, especially after last game where I was scarred. I'm like, I need to see some amount of green cards. Not much to do this turn. We can play like Chopper and maybe the starter Nami. We can't get Gedatsu next turn, which is nice, but still kind of plays. We really need him to hit our life if he so chooses, but he doesn't, which I think is a good play. However, we still can leader effect this turn pretty easily because we have the Bonnie, and the Bonnie finds a law. Great start to the game, that's what I'm talking about. We'll play the Nami, probably just pick up, yeah, we'll grab the Luffy, just so we have plays for next turn as well, if our Bonnie like happens to whiff next turn. We'll use leader, take back Nami, take back Bonnie with law, and then search again with Nami. We'll grab the Zoro, and we'll just swing 5. Could have swung 6, but again, he takes it pretty easily because it's Enel. And he is now on 5 Dawn, so we'll get Gedatsu'd. Can't hit my law though. Let's go. But he has, besides that, like 3 swings if he plays the Gedatsu this turn. One of them will be able to be free blocked, so that's nice, I guess. Gets rid of the Beji with the Gedatsu. And then can go like 5, 5, 6, or he can continue not attacking, but I think if he knows that I have the Bonnie in hand and I have a target to take back the Bonnie, like I'm gonna have plays, so it's probably not worth starving me. He goes 5 with the dog. I'll take 5 with his leader. I could have free blocked, but I didn't want to have to randomly defend my blocker law, so instead I'll just use it here to make it an easy defend of my life. And he'll pass. We find another blocker law. Happy I took that Zoro off the Nami the other turn. And once again, we can continue doing Otama shenanigans. So, we'll play Otama, give our Nami 2 Dawn, attack for 4 at the Ohm. He'll counter for 1. We can attack it for 6, and it's probably just gone. We're definitely swinging with our blocker law this turn, because we have another one, so yeah, we're chilling. We'll go 7 at the dog, he'll let it go. Use leader effect, take back Otama. Play blocker law, take back Nami, play Zoro. And I mean, might as well take a 5k swing. If he lets it go, that's cool. Now we have to work on like actually taking down his life, because leader kinda good. Plays another Gedatsu, gets rid of my chopper. A bit annoying, but I mean, whatever. Goes 7 at my Zoro. We'll probably just block in 2k, because like the biggest his other swing will be is another 7, so we can defend it. I don't really think we need to. Probably no. Okay, we're not letting it go. We're keeping it. We want as many attacks as possible, and we find another Zoro, so that's nice. If our Bonnie finds a blocker law, we're looking great. We don't, but we find another Bonnie, so I guess it's whatever. We'll just bounce into the Luffy this turn. We'll use the Nami effect, give Zoro a Dawn, give him another Dawn, attack for 7. Kinda getting in before he can play Yamato, which is nice. We'll go 7 again. He'll take that hit. And get a Thunderbolt trigger, sorry. So yeah, there you go. He is playing Thunderbolt. We saw it the other game too, I just think I didn't mention it, but yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but it happens. What are you gonna do? We're definitely going to want to get a Veggie down this turn. Because that happened to the law, we're probably just going to have to, what's it called? Just put him to 0, and then just try to end next turn. We still have 2 life, so, I mean, he kind of just has like 3 attacks. We'll take back Bonnie, play the Luffy, and we still have our leader and Luffy. We might just not swing with Luffy if we don't have to. Okay, well now I kind of want to because he defended that. We'll go with the Gadatsu actually, just to put him on very few cards. Because I mean, even though he has 2 life, having only 4 cards and only having 3 if he plays a card this turn, we should still pretty easily be able to go for game. And now we only have to deal with like 2 real swings, and I have 2 life, so should be okay. If he plays Yamato, honestly that kind of sucks. He'd be able to pop my Zoro. But I mean, so maybe there's an argument for me to just swing 6k at the at life anyway, because he did let the Gadatsu go for just a 6k, so it is possible that he would have just eaten the 6k to life. But we'll defend our Luffy with our very few cards in hand. That pretty much just means we're living this turn if he was even thinking about going for game, which is cool. Definitely thinking a bit here. Goes 1 Dawn on leader, attacks Luffy again for 6. Yeah, at this point I'm committed. I'll probably just defend it, because I mean, like, I guess a Thunderbolt could kill it, but that's really it. I'll play Yamato, kill the Zoro, gain a life. Alright, our hand is just 2 more Zoros. So he only has 3 cards in hand though. It's really just going to depend on what he gets out of life. We'll just swing 5 with leader. He'll counter for 1. It's like, playing around Thunderbolt's so awkward because no matter what, like he'll be able to pop one of my 5 costs, unless it's like the second life here. But we'll just play Zoro, attack for 5, he'll take. We'll use Nami effect, give our blocker law a Dawn, attack for 7. Just because I'd like to save my Rush Luffy for the last attack in case he gets a blocker. Okay, am I swinging with Luffy now? I guess. Sure. I could have saved it and like played down Zoro first, but I guess we're just gambling. He takes that. We'll bounce Veggie. Or blocker law? Oh, okay, we're bouncing blocker law, sure. No, that's fair, because I get to keep an actual blocker for the turn. We'll swing 9, and he has 1 2K, so we end up getting it. And that's pretty much all the games I got for you guys today. Definitely, I'd say a bit harder to playing into Enel than playing into Katakuri, just because they have a couple extra turns that Katakuri doesn't get because of Enel's leader effect, and they also have more removal, so definitely a bit better into law, but I still think probably law favored, if not, yeah, it's probably law favored, let's be real. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.